Paper 1, May 2023. There's a case study there, which we already read. So we'll just go immediately to the question. It said, define the term product differentiation. Differentiating the product. So it simply means finding a feature or a characteristic that make your products different from those of your competitors. So yeah, product differentiation applies to any aspect of a product that makes it different from those of rivals. That is what product differentiation is. Even if it is service, just find a way that we know it is your product, it's not the same as other products. That is product differentiation. Any question about that? We go to question B. There has been an increased advertising in the sportswear market through the sponsoring of athletes. Consult a supply and demand diagram to show the impact on the market for sportswear from an increase in advertisement. So now let's take advertisement, which is one of the factors that affects demand. So if there's an increase in advertisement that is successful, so here I would increasing advertisement should increase the quantity demanded of sportswear if it's successful. It has to be successful, not because you have increased advertisement. That makes it to make people buy. No. When you increase it, it has to be effective. That is the point. So because it's successful, then it can be graphically represented as this. So an increased advertisement is expected to increase the quantity demanded. So that means the quantity demand will expand from Q to Q1, bringing about a rightward shift in the quantity demanded from D to D1. As a result of that, the supply curve will extend, which will bring about a higher equilibrium price from P to P1. So that's it. An increase in advertisement will increase the quantity demanded, increase the shift the supply demand curve rightward, extend the supply curve, and bring about high equilibrium price. That is what successful advertisement will do. So at the end, I wrote successful. That's just about advertisement. So we go to, you can correct it afterwards, or I'll correct it afterwards. So we'll go to question C. Analyze two methods that Li-Ning could have used to develop customer loyalty. First, what is customer loyalty? Customer loyalty simply implies to customer returning to buy your product. That is customer loyalty. Yes.
Not focus on the needs and wants when a business gains customer loyalty when it focuses on the needs and wants of customers.
Because when you say a business
to gain customer loyalty.
But the question is about customer loyalty. If what you said is right, if a business is able to focus on the needs and wants of customers, it makes customers happy.
Yeah.
Then they will always return.
Yeah.
But it would have been better you say customer loyalty is.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I wrote customer loyalty occurs where existing customers continue to buy from the same business. In this case, customers continue to return to Li-Ning. That is what customer loyalty is. Do you get it now? They continue to come back. They buy from Li-Ning. So that is customer loyalty. I think it's clear. Is it clear now, please?
Yeah.
So Li-Ning may have developed customer loyalty through the following ways. One, through innovation. By providing innovative sportswear, which may increase the technicality of the usage to satisfy customers. This may lead to customer loyalty. So innovation simply means new ideas. You're coming up with new ideas that fit. When you focus on customer needs, like you said here, when you focus on customer needs, that means you're coming up with new ways of new ideas, new products for them. So because of that reason, they won't even think about going to competitors. So they know that before the expiration of certain products, a new one is coming. Like everybody is expecting iPhone maybe 17 now or 18. They know it's going to come out. So we'll get stuck with Apple because it will always come up with a new product.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's the first reason. That's the first way to increase customer loyalty. The second one is the use of social media. Mm-hmm. So I wrote the use of social media, as this may help to gather feedback from customers. Li-Ning may use the feedback to respond promptly to customers' complaints, and as a result, customer loyalty may increase. Mm-hmm. Because when you use social media, you get feedback from them. Yeah. Not just to get the feedback, but you use it, you work on the feedback promptly. That means as soon as possible. So that whatever they have complained about, you get it done. So they wouldn't have any other reasons to leave you as a business.
Also, the business can connect with the
customers. Yeah. And when you have this connection with them, they would get emotionally attached to your product. Is it clear?
Can I say focus on customers' needs?
Yeah, it's always customer needs. But let me read it, please.
If you use social media to gather feedback on its product, it shows that Li-Ning focuses on customers' needs and wants, that what gained him customer loyalty.
Yeah, because when you use the social media, you're not just using the social media to gather the traffic. You need information from there. Those information you work on them, because that means you put them in your mind.
You cannot say gain competitive advantage by looking at customers' comments.
Yeah, customer loyalty means it's a competitive advantage. Okay. Why? Because you're not losing your customers. Yeah. Rather, you might be having some customers from your competitors. Perfect. So if you are keeping your customers, if your customers are being retained, if you are retaining your customers, it means your customers are not going to your competitors. Yeah. So it can be a competitive advantage for a business. We go to question D. As the business grew, Lee had to move from being an entrepreneur to become the leader of Li-Ning. This is the transformation, transformation from an entrepreneur to a leader. So here, you have to define an entrepreneur and at the same time a leader. So for an entrepreneur, it's a person who takes a risk of setting up a business through business idea to make profit. So that's who an entrepreneur is. Then a leader is a person who tells us what to do, guides us on how to do it to achieve a goal. So yeah.
I said, can I read what I said?
Yes.
I said entrepreneur is are individuals who have a business idea and takes risks setting it up, and a leader is an individual who motivates employees into achieving the business.
Yes, that's right. It's the same. Because a leader will inspire you. Yeah. So whatever I wrote, whatever you read, it's about inspiration and motivation. Shall we move on, please? Yeah. So the difficulties Lee may face during the course of transforming to a leader are follows. 1. Lee may lack the qualities and expertise of leaders as he was a gymnast for many years. So leading a team in a business might be difficult. So one of the problems we have is the qualities of qualities, lack of the quality, lack of leadership capacity. So when you lack this capacity, he's not into business before, and even managing the business is fine because it's still small. But as the business grew, there's need to employ more workers. So you have to transform from being a leader or an entrepreneur to a leader. So if you lack the quality that a leader could have or should have, then it will be difficult for you to steer that ship. Do you get the point here? So that's why I said you might lack the quality. So leading a team may be difficult for him. That's the first point. 2. Managing. So Lee started the business due to its interest. One of the reasons why one of the reasons why people become entrepreneurs is because of the interest they have into the business. So it's just like lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So here, Lee started the business due to its interest, but as the business grows bigger, you may find it difficult to delegate authority. One of the reasons why entrepreneurs do not want to become a leader is the trust they don't have on delegation. Yes. They don't trust people to delegate authority. So here, because to delegate authority, however, it can be okay. So because Lee might find it difficult to delegate authority, if you cannot delegate authority, you're not a leader. Because a leader inspires. So you have to let people do things. You're not going to be everywhere. So because you cannot delegate, then it might affect your decision making. So however, it can be said that Lee employed less group of workers, which among them takes care of research and development. In the case study, they said Lee employed some of his employees for research and development. Yes or no? So if Lee has employed a certain group of people for research and development, which works, then it means he has delegated authority. It means he trusted them. So he has an attribute of a leader there. Yeah. So that's why I said, however, take care of research and development. This means Lee can actually trust some of his employees. This is an attribute of a leader. Do you get the point here? And aside this, there's not much difference between an entrepreneur and a leader. I'm saying another point here. There's not much difference between an entrepreneur and a leader. So if Lee was able to be successful,
entrepreneur can be also.
Because he's able to succeed to make the business become bigger, then he's likely to be an entrepreneur, a leader.
Can we also mention that he didn't the reason he wanted to be an entrepreneur was not because of financial motives, non-financial motives, or no? Or we don't have to mention that.
No. It's just about being a leader and an entrepreneur. I'm going to question E. Are you there? Yeah. They said, assess the advantages of using market segmentation for a business such as Living. First, what is market segmentation? Market segmentation, I wrote, it occurs where the market is divided into groups based on different similar characteristics like income, age,
Ethnicity.
gender,
Ethnicity.
and the rest. So this is what market segmentation is, okay? Now, what are the advantages of market segmentation? One, it will increase the revenue of a business. Let's segment the market by income and behavior, which makes it easier to meet the needs of the group. As a result, sales are likely to increase. So there's income segmentation here. And because there's income segmentation, it means Lee will be able to provide for different levels of income. So different income group level will be able to buy Lee's products, and that would increase its revenue. Do you understand that?
I said, even here, you said provide luxury sportswear. I was like, it targets.
Yeah, that's for high income earners.
Yeah,
they'll be able to buy it. Two, it increases the effectiveness of marketing, as advertisement can be focused on certain groups of customers, such as those looking for badminton or high-spec running shoes. So here, because you have segmented the market, it means you can focus your advertisement on specific group of customers. So that improves the effectiveness of marketing. So you're not just going to waste marketing, you're not just going to advertise for advertising sake. Your advertisement will be cost effective. So that is effective marketing. Is it clear? The third one, it allows Li-Ning to focus more on the segment that is profitable and productive, which may lead to higher profitability. So because now you have segmented the market, it means you are going to focus on that group that makes you to make profit, and that is productive and profitable, and that makes you to make more profit and be competitive.
Yes.
However, since market segmentation may lead to the production of specific products, this may put Li-Ning into vulnerability, as customers may switch to at any point in time. So Li-Ning, market segment mostly leads to, it could become a niche market, because you are focusing on a specific group of customers. So you are vulnerable to them. As soon as they stop buying from you, then there's a problem.
Well, I said, however, the business may not meet the characteristics of customers, and this may not develop customer loyalty between the business and customers.
If the business does not what?
Might not meet customers' characteristics.
No. The first thing is you are producing the product based on specific needs. That is why you segmented the market. So because you have segmented the market, this will not work. So the only thing you tell me now is about the consequences of segmenting the market, which I just said now. Because as soon as you segment the market to the income level, maybe for the luxury one, so those luxury customers, if they stop buying from you, what happens to your product? So that is your vulnerability. So that's the point there. That's the consequence. Two, the segment may be too small. For example, pickleball.
Yeah.
It's a small segment, which means lower revenue and may not be sustainable. So if the segment you have targeted is a small segment, it means lower revenue, and that might not sustain your business.
Mister, why can't we use behavior segment?
You can.
Because he said here that he focused on retaining the Chinese culture, heritage, and tradition
Yes.
in his design. So
It
he's
is.
targeting people in his country. Like
Yeah,
this.
it's fine.
Okay.
Because that's why I started with
Chinese.
income and behavior. But my focus is just on income. Yeah, because the case study talked about income and behavior, you can use behavior too. Any question about that? So that ends question 1. Question 2a, define the term market share. So when we talk about market share, it's the total brand sale divided by the total market sale multiplied by 100. The percentage of what a brand is able to sell in the whole market. That is what market share is. I think it's clear.
You get the mark only for writing the formula?
Yeah, sure. You get the 2 marks. Write the formula or
Define
it. Go to question B. Calculate to 2 decimal place the percentage change in the number of school meals donated by Mindful Chef between 2020 and 2021. In 2020 it was 4.2, in 2021 it was 4.7. So 4.7 minus 4.2 multiplied by 4.2 gives us multiplied by 100 gives us 11.9. Clear? So for question 1A and 1B, 1A, 1B, done. Sorry, 2A, 2B, done. Question 2C. It said, analyze 2 factors that are likely to determine the pricing strategy used by UK businesses supplying food boxes. First, what is pricing strategy? Pricing strategy is a situation whereby price is used for the marketing purpose or reaching the objective of a business. So just to determine the amount of the price you charge in the market, that is what pricing strategy is about. Either it's competitive pricing, predatory pricing, price scheming,
Cost.
penetrating pricing, cost plus pricing, or psychological pricing. So whichever target, whichever one you want to use, whichever plan, whichever objective you want to reach will determine the kind of pricing strategy you use. So a strategy is just a plan to achieve a long-term objective. So a pricing plan to achieve the business objective is called pricing strategy. I think it's clear. So factors that may determine the pricing strategy used by UK businesses supplying food boxes are as follows. One, the extent to which there is competition in that market. So that means the level of competition in that market. That's one.
The pricing.
First, you have to talk about the level of competition. So here in the case study, we have
three competitors.
MindShift Chef is one of the three main suppliers in the market, which means customers have choices to make. There's substitutes.
Yes.
So there are substitutes. As a result, Mindful Chef might use competitive pricing.
Okay.
So you get the point here.
What competitive pricing is?
When you charge a price, when you set a price almost the same
Or
lower a bit than your competitors,
Yeah.
that is competitive pricing. So in a competitive market, it is advisable to use a competitive pricing. That's the first point. Then the other one I wrote is about USP, product differentiation.
Yeah.
So Mindful Chef differentiates its products or service by providing wide range of vegetarian and gluten-free food boxes. This may allow it to charge a premium price, as it means certain trends in society are met. So here you can find it's a competitive market, right? So you can find a unique selling point, and the unique selling point is product differentiation.
Right.
Differentiate your product from those of your competitors. If you are able to do that, you might be able to charge a higher price.
I thought Mr. Only penetrating, facial, psychological, all these normal pricing strategies, not USP. Can we use them all?
Product, a USP means unique selling point, right?
But USP is the factor of pricing.
Yeah. Product differentiation. You are able to, when you differentiate your product, you charge a higher price. You get the point here. It's a competitive market, but it doesn't mean that you have to charge the same price like others. You might find a way to make your product different from those of your competitors. That is, you are finding a unique selling point.
Yes.
Unique selling point. Why the price of your product is different from those of your competitors. So through the gluten-free food boxes or the vegetarian things that it does makes it different from those of the competitors. So you just have to you have to find a way of selling your product better than your competitors. That is unique selling point. And unique selling point comes with product differentiation. Is it clear? Yes. That's question 2C. Then go to D. Discuss the advantage to the owners of Mindful Chef of using surveys collected from their family and friends. First, we talk about survey is a primary research, right? So survey is an example of a primary research. Primary research is a first-hand research carried out by the researcher to meet the specific needs of the business. That is primary research. Now that you define it, you have to talk about the benefit of primary research. So the benefit of using surveys collected from friends and family are as follows. One, it helps Mindful Chef to gain insight on customers' preferences, as this allows it to make adjustments if necessary before the final launching. So because you are using a survey, it gives you the opportunity to have in-depth analysis, views about
what
the products are. So from a feedback from your customer, from the families. So whatever is needed to do to adjust in terms of your recipe, you'll be able to do that before you finally launch the product. That's the first advantage. Two, it is cost effective. How is it cost effective? I wrote, using surveys from friends and family will be more cheaper than surveys of the general public.
Yes.
You get the point here?
The
amount of money you are going to even spend. And that also keeps the product away from competitors. As a result, become the first to launch such a product in the market. So Mindful Chef might be able to enjoy the advantage of a first mover. Why? Because the product is not known to the public.
Yes.
If it has done the survey with the public, some of its competitors might be part of the public.
Yeah.
And they might gain advantage even launching the product before Mindful Chef does. Do you understand? So that's how it is cost effective. Is it clear?
Disadvantage.
The third one, friends and family may be able to give a honest feedback, as they would want they want mindful chef to succeed, because their friends and family, they are attached. They might want mindful chef to succeed, so they might give their honest opinion about the recipe.
And they don't have to wait for a late response.
Yes, yes, it is the time. The time frame will be shorter. So feedback will be prompt and swift. So, however, friends and family may give a biased feedback if there is fear of conflict within the family. So I might be scared to tell my brother how the product looks like. I become subjective for the fact that I don't want him to get angry or her to get angry. Do you understand? So this may lead to mindful chef launching the wrong recipes, which is not good for the business, right?
Yes.
2, surveys from friends and family cannot be generalized as it does not represent the majority group of customers. It's friends and family; they're just small group. Yeah, you can get a quicker feedback, but it's not representative.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
That's question 2D. Go to 2E. Question 2E. Assess the impact of mindful chef of its social objectives. We talk about social objectives, it's simply the same as corporate social responsibility. And when there is social responsibility, it means a business puts into consideration the interests of stakeholders rather than shareholders.
Yes.
Yeah, because the stakeholders are part of your community, your environment, your employees, your customers. When you put into consideration the impact of your operation on stakeholders, not the impact of your operation on shareholders, it makes you socially responsible.
Yes.
Do you get the point there? So I wrote, social objectives are corporate social responsibility which a business uses to analyze the impact of its operation on stakeholders rather than shareholders. Clear? Is it clear, please?
Yes.
So mindful chef, according to the case study, donates a school meal to a child living in poverty for every meal it sells in the UK. It's in the case study.
Yes.
So this means it's able to feed children who might not be able to afford the meal. Yes or no? That's social responsibility. 2, mindful chef using its business to alleviate poverty can be seen as a social responsibility. This may improve the PR, the public relations of mindful chef, of the business, leading to a high revenue of mindful chef. So, because you are trying to alleviate poverty, you are trying to reduce poverty. Reducing poverty is it's something that the people will want to talk about. Oh, mindful chef is doing well, trying to reduce poverty, giving kids, children that have poverty, food. So it gives them the accessibility to food, to feeding, which is a basic need.
So
that improves the PR of mindful chef. Then it might increase its profitability.
And people think that it is a good business, that it helps out poverty.
Yeah, because the business it's an objective. One of the objectives of a business, there are different objectives of a business. There's profit making. There is survival.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it not below the line, which is charity? Business helps charity, so it makes the business look good.
Yeah, but here the objective here is linking to below the line.
Yeah, below the line.
Yeah, but the point is, it doesn't get there. It got there because of the social objective. So I'm only using PR here because mindful chef is doing something that the whole world wants to hear, wants to see, would really talk about, and that puts mindful chef in the mouth of everyone.
Yeah, also because they also care about the environment, because they're they also do recycling packages.
Yes.
It shows to them that they care about
the environment.
Me
Yes.
too. I was at. They use ethical sourcing, so they get what is it called? Products from suppliers that are environment friendly.
Yeah, but it has let's continue anyway. So some customers are conscious. Another point is that some customers are conscious about businesses that are socially responsible. As a result, they may increase their consumption of mindful food boxes, bringing about customer loyalty. You get the point? However, mindful chef may incur more cost, as donating food to reduce poverty may be expensive. Here you are giving out without getting anything in return. By the excess, this may affect the competitiveness of Mindful Chef in the market.
Okay.
Because if you are incurring more cost, your competitiveness would fall.
Mr. But I would never like think about these stuff. Like, why would they say, however, helping charity would be a cost?
Yeah, there's always a consequence for every action.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten that we are in the market? Have you forgotten that we are in the society that there's economic problem of scarcity?
Yeah.
So whatever you do has a consequence.
Has opportunity cost, right?
Yeah,
So they won't mind if I read like.
Yeah,
Sure.
you need this
there's a consequence. It's an action.
Yeah.
So whatever Mindful Chef does here, there's a consequence to it. That's the point.
Yeah.
So you don't just talk about, they said the benefit, yes. But there's always going to be an opportunity cost.
Yeah, because they're giving a lot of money to charity and they're not benefits.
Yeah.
Benefits.
Why did we start studying business with scarcity, economic problem? Why is it in business too?
Because everything.
Because every situation, every decision we make, there's always going to be an opportunity cost. So you don't want to talk about the opportunity cost. How? No way. You have to talk about it. Because whatever your actions are, it impacts in how your competitors are.
Sure.
So if Mindful Chef continue to do this, its competitors are not doing this. Its competitors continue to gather more revenue. Mindful Chef is not gathering more revenue.
Yeah.
Then how can Mindful Chef compete with them? And it's in a competitive market.
Yes.
Two, the effectiveness also depends on if customers are aware of Mindful Chef social objective. As if they are not, they may not purchase from Mindful Chef. So the point is, yeah, Mindful Chef has social objective. Do customers know about this? So if they don't know, then they're going to see Mindful Chef as the same as the rest of the competitors.
Yeah.
Mindful Chef is trying to differentiate its products by carrying out social objectives.
Yeah, and having a unique selling.
Do you understand? But are customers aware of this? If they are not aware, then whatever Mindful Chef is doing will not be effective. Because customers will still see it as the same as competitors. Do you get the point here? Now the third point. The high cost that may occur using sustainable and recycled materials. Here, Mindful Chef is using recycled materials. Sustainable operations or production. But the point is, these things are expensive.
Yes.
Yes or no? So it increases its cost. So this cost might be passed on as higher prices. So if it is passed on as higher prices, customers might not be able to buy. Then they start buying from its competitors like HelloFresh or Gusto. You have to mention that too. So now, you want to finish talking about Mindful Chef without even talking about its competitors. Why is the competitors in the case study?
Because they're competitors.
So look at how I round it up here. Do you understand? So that takes us to question 3.
D.
No. Question 3. Question 3.
Okay.
That's D, 2D.
Okay.
He said, evaluate the extent to which the changes to Unilever organizational structure may improve business efficiency and employee motivation. So the case study talks about a lot of things. I'm going to go there. About Unilever. Unilever was founded over a century ago. It owns 400 household brands, sells products in 190 countries across the continent. Achieved sales turnover of this has over 148,000 employees. Changes made. Unilever announced plans to move away from its current matrix organizational structure, which had been used for many years. It plans to move to a flatter organizational structure and reorganize the business into 5 distinct business groups. Each business group will fully be responsible and accountable for its strategy, growth, and profits, and the rest. So the case study is there, so we'll go back to the question. Now, evaluate the extent to which the changes to Unilever organizational structure may improve business efficiency and employee motivation. Sorry, I'll write that please. So Unilever is trying to change from a matrix structure to a flatter one. So here, the first thing you have to do is you define the organizational structure. So organizational structure shows the roles, responsibilities, and hierarchy within an organization. That is organizational structure. Then we have 3 types of organizational structure known. We have the matrix structure named there, stated there. We have the flat structure and the tall structure. So the 2 we needed here is the matrix structure and the flat structure. So what is a matrix structure? A matrix structure makes use of putting different experts together to form a team or to start a project. That's why we have Project X or Project Y. That was the last thing we did in the class. So then the flat structure. The flat structure has fewer levels of hierarchy and adds a wider span of control. I want to talk about span of control, the total number of subordinates under a manager. I think it's clear. So creating a business group, now we go into the case study deeply. Creating a business group allows the manager and teams to focus on one specific area of the business. This may motivate employees in that group to put effort towards success. So it is stated that Unilever is trying to make different groups, which will be headed by a manager, but with some teams together, some employees together with that group. So with this happening, like the business group, like these groups, it means that group will be able to focus on its own objective.
Yeah.
And when you are able to focus on your own objective, it means the workers, the employees, they know what to achieve over a period of time. That motivates them. That makes them happy because there's a target to be met. And they are not going to be in between different departments as they used to do before. So this motivates them and makes the work to go smoothly. And that could lead to success. Is it clear? Moving to a flatter organizational structure will reduce the cost of wages. As a result, profitability may improve, allowing Unilever to be more competitive. So now that Unilever is going to reduce its hierarchy, it means wages paid would reduce, especially for the top management. Like 15% of them are going to, 15% of top managers are leaving, right? So that means the amount of money paid to top managers would reduce. That increases profitability. And because profitability is increasing, Unilever might remain competitive.
Yes.
Profit makes you to be competitive because it allows you to invest in research and development. It allows you to even sell at a lower price. You can expand to exploit economies of scale. So all these things are affiliated to competitive advantage. Did you get the point there? According to the case study, there will be 15% reduction in senior management roles. Yes or no? Which means Unilever might be losing skills and expertise that these managers bring to the company. So you're going to 50% of top managers are leaving. So they have skills. They are managers with years of experience. So those expertise they bring into the table might be missing. That's the first point. That's a problem there. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Replacing senior managers with junior managers based on the case study may lead to inefficiency, especially if the junior managers lack the necessary skills needed to run the organization. So they are junior managers. So suddenly you're giving them a top management role. If they might lack the skills or the expertise because
and produce negative output.
Because it's we call it there's what I wanted to say yesterday too in the class or before yesterday. I forgot again. But the point is it might take them time before they could become that top, before they could reach that exposure that the former managers are leaving behind. Do you understand? So that will bring about inefficiency. In some way, Unilever must put into consideration the kind of employees it has. It needs to know the kind of employees it has, if they can fit into that system or not.
Yeah.
If they are suited into the new style of the business. It can also gradually introduce the system for smooth running to succeed. And success. You cannot just change from matching structure to that kind of structure. You might do it gradually so that it won't have a weight on the business. Is it clear? Any question about it? So that ends paper 1, May, June 2023, right?